I had to do the other thing first? So
No,
just jump
you
it
already
on?
did it. Yeah, his start. It is start streaming. Alright, we are live. Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I'm Isa J, and alongside me is.
Your Smarky Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion of Picking Things, Liam Landry. I can't hold it up too much because it's holding down some paperwork.
Yeah.
Because we're outside.
We're outside. It's windy. That we apparently wanted a new scenery change for this week. I don't know why, but that's what we're doing. Yeah. So, How have your week? How's your week been?
Power. It's been pretty boring. I'll be honest with you. I'm just trying to get through. Still don't have internet, so I haven't been able to watch any more wrestling. But we were trying to get it, but then there was this whole problem that the thing that the underground cables have to come out to something. They have those like little tower things set up. Apparently, a red anthill has been growing underneath it, and it completely wrecked it. So they're gonna have to replace it. We don't know when they're gonna do that. So,
God, that sucks.
Yeah, so still more delay, but
hopefully get that done real soon, so we can start watching more Netflix and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully.
My week, we finished season 2 of the 100. Really, really intense. Really, they have this whole what is it? They have this whole story arc of where the villains of the show are trying to do like the certain thing, and it's really cool because after the villains are vanquished, the lead actors take what they learned from them and apply it into their life, and it's like, whoa, that's deep. That's rough right there.
Adapting from the villains to becoming even better villains.
Yes, so that's really cool. That's really cool. Other than that, just been working.
Yeah. Okay. So we can get started with our very first segment of the day.
News outside of the WWE.
Yeah.
It's exactly how it sounds, where we report to you news that happened outside of the WWE.
It sounds so much like it is. We had to explain it to you twice.
Exactly. Let's go to the first piece of news, I guess, which is all about the New Japan Cup Finals.
Okay, you wanted to start off there. We have a New Japan Cup winner, and that is Kazuchika Okada. He is winning, and what of course gives him the ability to face IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jay White, and it should be, from what I understand, at the G1 Super Show in New York City. I don't even think they're going to be running at least any major shows before that time. So yeah, so it's going to be a matchup between those two. Should be pretty cool. Good. Like I said, I haven't been able to watch any wrestling, so I don't know what's been leading up to this. I can't really say, but I've seen some clips, and I've seen that should be really good matchups. I've seen some clips from Ishii versus Okada. Really good. They had a point where Ishii reversed the Rainmaker by headbutting Okada. And you just see in the slow-mo, like, Okada's head just, like, bounce off of Ishii's head. And then following that up with a big clothesline, short-arm clothesline. And then another time where he converted a Rainmaker to Ishii, flipped him over with, like, a judo-style throw. And then put Okada into an armbar. So it was real cool stuff. I know afterwards, no bad blood between the two stablemates in Chaos. Okada went and raised Ishii's hand to the crowd that had a standing ovation for him, as reported.
That's cool.
Then there's also what one would assume a great match between Okada and Will Ospreay before that, leading up to it. Great matches for, I'm sure. What was it, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Sonata?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tanahashi. I'm sure that was a great one for Tanahashi's selling ability. Then Tanahashi versus Sonata. Sure great.
Yeah,
from all the people involved in there.
And then apparently Okada versus Sonata went 33 minutes before the final. So that's pretty good.
They said it had really good storytelling, so it should be very phenomenal. I'd love to go back and rewatch those. Get into. We also had another big news from New Japan was a title change for the United States Championship. Former champion Jay White ended up losing it to the new champion Chase Owens, Bullet Club member. I guess it was more of a way to shore up Bullet Club to make him more of a threat. And it gives Chase Owens something to do, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's usually not the one that's out in the foreground all that much. Not like the Samoan, or they're not Samoan,
Guerrillas of Destiny.
The Guerrillas of Destiny, or Jay White, or even the Tokyo Pimp. But at least it gives, and then they have like a new member too, El Fantasmo.
Yeah.
So
a few new ones because they also before that had Robbie Eagles.
Okay.
Well, interestingly enough, from Australia, I've seen pictures of him and I think Peyton Royce as maybe a valet. So it's kind of an interesting connection between the two.
Yeah. So
it's good to put him more prestigious spot to give him something with it. Of course, it would have to come from Juice losing, but still, Juice is still doing big things and big things in ROH, I'm sure, with his stable.
Yeah. And then, it's just a lot of big things happening for New Japan really soon.
So what was the next one? You gonna talk about that?
One that I kind of want to bring up is that we didn't talk about, but I just saw. Apparently, Pac is no longer going to be at WrestleCon, so that's big news because he's one of your big attractions outside of the WWE right now, and that's intense because. What does that mean for WrestleCon? Obviously, there's still pretty big names that go there.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be enough big names, I'm sure. Yeah, it shouldn't hinder it too much. I think of Pac, did you see that throwback picture of Pac meeting the young Pete Dunne?
I haven't. I would have to see that picture.
It's surprising how young they were. Especially for Pete Dunne. But it's, I guess, big thing, but scheduling conflicts, things like that. These things come up, so it shouldn't hinder WrestleCon too much. Lots of big names being able to go. So.
And then let's go into All Elite Wrestling. There's a brand new signee that happened, another woman, and it was Allie of Impact fame, former Knockouts champion. That's a pretty big get. Maybe not so much for in-ring prowess, but definitely for name value from outside the WWE, without a doubt. Names already like Allie, not Allie. That's one we're talking about. What is her name? The one who wears Pikachu all the time. What's her name again?
I don't remember.
Drag.
I'd have to look it up.
Well, her, Britt Baker, and a couple of other ones. They are not as known for bigger audiences. They're very niche. Allie does have a pretty big following, especially the Impact fans, and with her doing the heel turn and working with Su Yung, that's pretty cool. Because she's right now in a feud with her former best friend Kiera Hogan and Rosemary. So that's really interesting deal right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you were saying, one of the bigger U.S. names. You can't really compare it to like a lot of the Japan stars. The only one maybe compared to would be Aja Kong, because Aja has had time back in I think WWF and WCW back in the 90s, but still she's more relevant now to get attention. Great for the bunny demographic, I'm sure. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And what was the last one?
I think we were going to talk about the new AAA Tag Team Champions.
Yes, we were. Which also ties into All Elite, surprisingly. It was at the AAA event. I don't remember what it's called. Something Spanish. And it was the Lucha Bros. They were supposed to be facing off against someone, but they had a swerve on them. And it turned out to be the Young Bucks. Young Bucks win it, and your new AAA Tag Team Champions are the Young Bucks, taking it from the Lucha Brothers. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Happened right after we got off last week, which was annoying.
Of course, sometimes that just happens.
Very true. Very true. But yeah, your thoughts on that pretty big deal going down?
Pretty big shakeup that may add more fire to their championship. Their match at Double or Nothing, maybe a championship match now for the tag titles. Yeah, so it's big news, and should bolster the fact that they're working together, as their partnership together. A good sign of that.
So it should be a lot of fun to speculate what's going to go down at Double or Nothing later this month. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the biggest news right now outside of the WWE. Fortunately, not a lot happened. Like last week was a huge week. This week not as big, and that's okay. All right, let's move on to our second category of the podcast, but before we do that, we would like to introduce someone who's late again.
Yeah, we want to acknowledge why we had 3 chairs. Yes. We're on our second segment. That means you're late.
So I don't know anything about the first segment.
We're gonna dock his pay.
Oh, you're gonna talk about pay? Okay, you can do that. That's fine.
But who are you, sir?
Oh, I'm DJ. I didn't know if y'all knew me. I mean,
we barely ever see you anymore.
That is true. I mean, true. I come for 2 months, and then I go bye-bye for football season.
Yeah.
Basically. So.
Yeah, how was your week?
Not too bad. Got to hang with the girlfriend yesterday, I guess. Work's been slow, I guess. Kind of busy. Beginning of the week, slow. Thursday, yeah, so. Let's talk some wrestling.
All right.
What we got?
First, let's go into the Warrior Ward.
Okay.
Let's talk about that one first. And it was announced who will be getting in the WWE Hall of Fame. Her name is, I'm fairly sure it's her. Her name is Sue Atchison. She is a WWE executive, a spearhead of many of WWE's charitable programs, including the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which we all know WWE work with them quite a bit. So congratulations, Miss Sue. Some thoughts?
Like you said, she has spearheaded a lot of that. A lot of those Make-A-Wishes wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for her. So, if anything, you could probably possibly get John Cena as the one to do her.
Give it
like
to him.
Yeah, or like the introduction. I would think, because I mean,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be able to have the record for the most Make-A-Wishes if it wasn't for her.
Very true. Very true.
So it only makes sense.
Right now, though, it is speculated that it is going to be Dana Warrior giving,
could be.
inducting her.
But overall, it's good. This is a lot of what the Warrior actually asked for. He was talking about an award for backstage people, and this is a lot more in that concept.
Yes.
Overall, you just hear very wonderful things about her.
Yeah.
I think she's won other in-industry awards too, from like outside of the WWE, from just from things like that. There's tons of awards for different types of groups, entertainment industry, and other ones. It's a whole lot of ones, but she's very well recognized from her work.
And it's really cool that she's getting the acknowledgement that she not only deserves, but also the acknowledgement that she that she's worked so hard to have earned.
Yes.
Yeah. The Make-A-Wish Foundation is really nice for kids that are disabled, and it's really a good thing. And I'm glad that she's finally getting the award. Like Liam said, it was supposed to be, backstage people mostly for this award. So it is fitting that she gets it. And the Make-A-Wish Foundation will always be there. And like Liam said, it wouldn't be possible without her. So congratulations.
Alright, the next bit of news for the WWE is Ricardo Miller was signed to WWE, specifically the NXT development brand.
Okay.
He has requested his release already. He only came in a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago. He was in a class that included Trevor Lee, ACH, and Samuel Shaw, among others. But he's already requesting his release. The story was first reported by Squared Circle Sirens. That's. I've never heard of this man, so I'm not surprised that he has already requested his release.
I mean, think of that class. I mean, the only one you had on TV is Keith Lee, and has been an impressive run that they've given.
So they changed Trevor Lee to Keith Lee?
Oh, was it Trevor Lee you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. No, Trevor Lee's another guy. I thought you said Keith Lee for, whatever. So none of them's been on TV then, and that's all been the only guys. So.
And I hate to say this, if they're not being used in NXT, you'll probably see a lot more people leave, just because we already know in the main roster they're not used as much. Now they're getting better with that, but it's just, if you're not being used in NXT, you're definitely not going to be used on the main roster. And if you are being used in NXT, you're lucky if you get to be used on the main roster. There's just too much talent all around WWE, whether it be main roster or NXT roster. And you don't have enough time slots the way they use superstars right now. I know in the past we've talked about ways they could make time for everybody, but they don't do it, and until they do, you're just going to hear more stories like this, in my opinion.
Maybe if all their shows are WrestleMania level long.
What, 8 hours?
Yeah,
because this one's going to be 8 hours, so.
Yeah, every show 8 hours long. Maybe they'll have enough time for everyone.
But it's not looking likely. I guess we hope the best for them. It's just we don't know what else is going down with all the new signings, because we just haven't seen them.
Yeah.
I mean, you sign them, they get paid to do nothing.
We haven't even seen Chelsea Green yet, and she's awesome.
I mean, they got to be doing house shows or something, right?
Is she injured? We talked about that last week.
Yeah, that's right. She's injured.
Yeah, she's still
bad.
Injured right now.
Do you think they're doing house shows?
I think she was actually coming close to making her TV debut.
Do y'all think we're doing house shows?
Yeah, they're doing house shows.
You just don't see them on TV, though. Okay.
No.
Okay.
They have way too many people.
Our final news segment, good sir.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the completely finalized NXT TakeOver New York. It should be finalized. It's the normal length for them, the matches. I don't see them trying to squeeze anything else in. But we can go for the first one. We'll talk about NXT Women's Championship. It will be a fatal four-way match. Champion Shayna Baszler defends it against Kairi Sane, Io Shirai, and Bianca Belair. Interesting thing here because you have Kairi and Io together as friends. So interesting dynamic which can come from that. We also have for the WWE United Kingdom Championship match, Pete Dunne versus Walter.
Yeah, I finally get to see a little bit of Walter. See what he's all about.
We had the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Tag Team Champs War Raiders versus the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
And that match hasn't happened yet?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure it's already has happened. And if you read spoilers, but we're not going to give spoilers here.
That's what I meant. Hasn't aired.
Yeah,
I
believe it's all happened, but hasn't aired yet. Then we also have the North American Championship, champion Velveteen Dream facing off against Matt Riddle.
That should be really.
That sounds like a good match.
And for the newly vacated championship, the NXT Championship that was been vacated because of Tommaso Ciampa's injuries, you have Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
That's just looking like the strongest card.
That does look like a good card.
Look, Pete Dunne we already know is great. Walter, especially if you watch Cultaholic stuff, he is bigged up so much. So that should be a great match. The Fatal 4-Way has amazing talent. Io, Kairi, Bianca, and Shayna all have come into their own and are really great. So who knows what's going to go down there. The next is the tag match. Because I know spoilers. I know who they're going to be facing. That's going to be an amazing match. North American Championship should be entertaining. You have a great I like to talk about that one right quick because we have a great contrast of styles with the I'm trying to find the right word here, but it's basically Velveteen Dream is very charismatic in how extra he is, right? And then we have the most chilled, relaxed bro, which is completely opposite to that. So their dynamic should be really cool to see, and I hope they have really good chemistry in the ring together. And then the 2 out of 3 falls match with Adam Cole, Bebe, and Johnny Gargano is gonna tear the house down. Yeah. That one has the potential of being a 5-star match right there. And I cannot wait for the 5th to watch that match or in that show. It's gonna be fun.
It is. I don't know much about NXT, but it is gonna. It sounds like a good card. We will be
going live for it.
Yes, we will, and it will be a 5-star show just because NXT is just that good. The card could be crappy, and NXT will still find a way to make it a 5-star show. I mean, Triple H is just that good. So
I've never seen a bad card.
No, I haven't either. I mean, that's NXT. That's why NXT is so much better than the main roster. But I'll let Liam over here get his thoughts on it. I just know it's gonna be a good show. So.
No, I mean, yeah, it should be a good card. The guys and girls should all be able to work together really well. Interesting story dynamics. So it'd be, just interesting to see overall.
Is that the order? You didn't say the order of the card.
I don't know what the order is. I mean, besides NXT Championship ending it, I don't know what the order is.
And you wanna just predict what the order is gonna be? Just for funsies right now?
I think it's gonna be pretty close to what I said.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I think
that's not too bad. That's a good.
I think the women's match is gonna be in the middle, because they've been doing that a lot the last couple of pay-per-views.
It might be the tag teams may start off it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be tag team, UK women's, Velveteen, North American main title. That's my guess there.
That's a good way to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do we have any other news, or is that our final bits?
That should be our final bits this week.
All right, cool.
For the most part, it's been a pretty slow news day.
Yeah, this week wasn't too bad. Maybe next week, the week before WrestleMania, will be pretty heavy. Maybe
it might be.
Everything will be finalized.
The week before WrestleMania, we'll have a huge news dump for the WWE at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to our third segment.
Probably.
Wait, what?
You got something?
You go first.
You got something?
Oh wait. Yeah, it would have been this week. About AJ Styles talking about his contract.
Oh, we gotta mention that.
Contract. And also, more importantly, mentioned that he has a new puppy. That's adorable puppy. But that's how they announced it. Here's our new puppy. I forget the dog's name, but he's a new member of a family. Oh yeah, re-signed a new contract. So.
Yeah. AJ Styles is staying on for.
Well, when's his contract in? Do you know?
I think his extension is like another couple of years.
Let me see. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah, it was an adorable puppy. He was sleeping.
Let's move on to our next segment. It is the best segment of the week. That's what our segment is called, because we go and we talk about what our best segment of the week is. Did any of y'all watch any wrestling this week?
My best segment was when Ishii reversed the Rainmaker into a headbutt.
There you go.
That was pretty cool.
That's a pretty good segment right there.
Yes, but like I said before, I couldn't really watch much wrestling.
Very, very, yeah. And that is unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame the girlfriend for not being able to watch wrestling. Sorry.
But that's just lazy. That's
what?
just lazy.
What?
Yeah, lazy.
You just heard me. Yeah, that's just lazy.
Lazy.
So I guess I'll be the only one talking about watching wrestling this week.
Well, I mean, I talked about my segment.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Great headbutt. 5-star headbutt. 7 if it was in the Tokyo Dome.
Gotcha. I was about to ask. It's not more. Wasn't in Tokyo Dome. Gotcha.
All right.
Mine is Kofi Kingston's miraculous
I did see that.
gauntlet match. He went. What was it?
He beat everybody.
He went 5 out of 6 competitors. First off was Sheamus,
Right.
which had a really good match. They have really good chemistry together. Second was Cesaro. They have really good chemistry together. Cesaro is amazing, and he should be pushed more.
Steven.
Who?
Liam, that bathroom's open. If you want to use that one. Whatever. Okay.
Then we have... He's just getting a glass of water.
Oh.
Then we have Eric Rowan. He didn't do much. He was just there to be Daniel Bryan's henchman. He just took a steel chair, disqualified himself, claw slammed Kofi through an announce table, which was brutal looking. Next was Samoa Joe. Got a miraculous roll up. They had good chemistry. After Joe loses, he Kokita clutches him until he passes out in between the ropes. Next is Randy Orton. They did pretty good together. Then another surprise roll up, 1, 2, 3, and just when you think, oh drat, Daniel Bryan has it, he finally has the win. Vince McMahon comes out and says, no, you have one more opponent, Kofi. It's this man, it's Daniel Bryan.
The new
running knee. 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan wins here, which keeps Kofi out of the WrestleMania main event.
As of right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying as the story goes.
Right, yeah.
Because as the story, he's just out. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens on SmackDown this coming week. Right. I'm really excited about how they are going to get Kofi not only into WrestleMania, but where his spot on the card is going to be, I honestly do believe it's now going to be the main event. I think the hype and the fire has been extinguished from the women's, and everybody watching, going to the event is more focused on Kofi Kingston and his rise to the top. I see Brock Lesnar winning. I see Becky winning a couple matches before the main event, but the main event is going to be Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan. I just have this feeling.
Yeah.
And it was a great match. Go check it out. Kofi is fantastic at selling. He's fantastic at the hope spots, and he's fantastic at acting. He's fantastic at wrestling. It was amazing, and it lasts almost a full hour, the final hour of SmackDown, which was a lot of fun.
Such a shame that during his last bit against Daniel Bryan, he got distracted by that run-in from racism. Because apparently that's what the story is from what I've been told.
But the thing, yeah, I saw a little bit of it. It was a good match. I did forget about the gauntlet match. I did see most of it.
Your girlfriend wasn't blocking your view?
Well. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more about that because she just texted me, and I guess I'm on her bad side now. Yeah, I did see it. It was a good match. I was kind of ticked off when Daniel Bryan came in and got the win. But if it's going to be like WrestleMania 30 where Daniel Bryan had to fight his way to the top, then I do like the storyline because it's really good. It pisses me off, but in the end, I get what I want. The universe gets what they want, and I think that's what's going to happen. Kofi Kingston is going to beat Daniel Bryan for the title. It's going to be a great card. I can't wait.
It's going to be a long card.
8 hours. 2 to midnight, everybody. Central Time.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, 2 until it's over.
Probably. They're predicting at least.
But yeah, that's our third segment, best segment of the week.
Yep.
Usually we like to counteract this with a segment of anguish, of hate, of rage, of rants. However, this 2019, we want to be a lot more positive. So we have changed it to what do we want from WWE, our fourth segment of the show. DJ, start us off.
What I want to see?
Yeah, what do you want WWE to do up until WrestleMania?
Nothing.
Well, they have to do something.
What they're doing, to me, with Vince McMahon coming out and doing these, putting in people and taking people out of matches, I personally, except for putting in Fastlane, which I didn't like, and messing up with the storylines, I can't say that they've done, everything they've done is pretty good. The first 2 pay-per-views were good. Fastlane, I watched that a couple days. I watched bits and pieces of matches. And as you said, except for the women's matches, the card was pretty good. The storylines were good. I mean, everything's going according to plan. It's just the way they do it's kind of weird. If I had to pick something, I wish they wouldn't put Fastlane there. And you'd have the longer storylines, which would make for a better WrestleMania. One thing, they're predicting this to be 8 hours, which would be the longest WrestleMania ever. I just hope that since it's going to be a long WrestleMania, that the squash matches don't look like squash matches. That both wrestlers get to put in their work. Yeah, you know who's going to win in those matches, probably. But both wrestlers get to put in their work.
Well, that's not what a squash match is.
Well, a squash match is a jobber comes in and loses right away.
Yeah.
Okay, well then, I don't want any squash matches. I want, even though you know who's gonna win that match, it's still a good match. Like, I hope the Baron Corbin match is really good. I doubt it's gonna be, but WWE could surprise me. You and I thought Fastlane was gonna not be too great, except for the women's matches. It was a pretty good card. So, I have no doubts. I really don't need anything to change, except I just hope the long card doesn't act like a long card. Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. So
you hope that their long card feels
like a short card because it's so good.
Gotcha. Cool.
That's my main thing.
Yours, Liam.
You know, I was a little distracted there. I saw some great match going on between two looked like carpenter bees going on. Put like Will Ospreay to shame with the aerial prowess. And third bug randomly came in. It was just like a triple threat and running. But anyways, I would like to see. We talked about it. We talked about New Japan Cup. I want to see more tournaments in WWE. I think it could be good storylines if done well.
You talking about like it doesn't even have to be on pay-per-view?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to see a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Make storylines out of the tournaments, and then after the tournament.
I mean, I think if anyone's seen like a G1 or a New Japan Cup, you'd understand what I mean about a good tournament and how it could build storylines and put on good matches.
You talking about like tournaments for titles to predict the number one contendership?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And we can do more prediction videos.
That'd be cool.
Both very good things we want to see from WWE.
What you got, Isa?
Mine is I want to see a faction come in and get all the belts. And I mean both SmackDown and Raw belts. All the belts. That's what I want to see. I want to just see a dominant faction above brand come in and wreck house. Because that always we've seen that happen, and then they get scared and they never go all the way with it each and every time, and it's really upsetting because the Core, the Shield, the WCW Invasion, or they barely ever had any of the belts when
they didn't. Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
So yeah, they're good.
Well,
they're good.
Can you pick a faction?
DX2
that you like to see?
Nation of Domination, them too. It's just they're there. One person may get a belt, drop it, then another person will get a belt, drop it. Instead of just having them have someone so dominant, so crazy strong as a team that they get all of the belts.
What about two factions fighting for all the belts?
The only one close was down in NXT with Undisputed Era.
The Era, yeah.
If you're gonna bring them up, give them a 5th and a 6th and let them have all the belts.
I would love that.
And no faction versus faction. No, none of that.
You don't
Just one faction tearing house, getting and collecting all the belts. That'd be cool. Be just so interesting to see how single competitors would be able to try to stop them. And even if they try to team up to stop them, it's still not enough. It'll be fun because it'll also give you opportunities to help grow newer talent once they get to the main roster and be the team or the individual to break that streak of 4 to 6 months or whatever. So that's what I want to see. A faction coming in and getting all the belts.
Okay. That'd be cool. And I agree with you that I would be, because ever since I started liking the Shield, I wanted the Shield to get all the belts. Just like you wanted Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre to get all the belts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just want Drew McIntyre to be a champion already.
Yeah.
Bring him on SmackDown and let him feud against Kofi. I think that would be awesome.
That'd be a good feud.
Oh, we'll definitely have that video too on Saturday.
What?
Since we can't do anything that Monday, probably we'll have predictions of who's going to be called up and who's going to get switched.
I might
for
go
the shake-up.
If Liam wants to go live with me, I might go live. Maybe. We'll see.
Alright, so that was our segment of what do we want from WWE. And it's now time to book it. That's right, our 5th segment of the show. Book it yourself, where we book it ourselves. What's something fun that we can book? Liam, do you have anything this week?
No.
Well, I do.
Okay, that's good. Makes me wonder why you asked me. You already had something.
Well, I just wanted to give you an opportunity, you know? It is. There are 10 men. All right, there's 10 men, and it's a tournament.
What 10 men we want?
Yeah, pick 10 men in the WWE and book it.
Tournament?
Who wants to? Yeah, it's a complete tournament.
Okay, I'll start off. Noah Jose.
Okay.
Okay, no way, Jose.
All right, keep going.
We're keeping it. I'll pick my next pick. Well, there's 3 of us. Let's go 12. We're going to 12 men. 12 men.
4. We each get 4. Pick your 4s, Liam.
Well, he already picked one. We're
doing
doing
1, 1,
a
1.
draft
Okay,
style.
yeah, we'll do it that way.
Style.
That'll work.
I am going to include Bo Dallas.
Okay. Like, my pick looks sane, I guess.
I know.
Fandango.
And my second pick is the entire conga line.
Really?
No. My second pick is Cesaro.
Cesaro, all right. I'm going to have. I'm gonna have a wild card in here.
Okay.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be Wolf, Alexander Wolf.
Okay.
At least let him have something to do.
Roman Reigns.
Okay, how about Killian Dane?
All right.
Oh, that's a nice one.
My third pick in this tournament is Here we go. It's a call up. It's gonna be a call up. It's gonna be Velveteen Dream.
Ricochet. Call up.
Well, he's already called up technically, in a way.
Okay,
yeah,
fine.
Ricochet.
I'll go with Adam Cole's been called up.
No.
Okay, I'll go with Adam Cole then.
Wait, well, Adam Cole.
Yeah.
Aleister Black.
Aleister Black.
That's a nice one.
Mine will be my last pick. Ooh. Returning Luke Harper. In your final pick.
Ricochet. Awesome.
And Ricochet. Well, I had a feeling you were going to go back to Ricochet.
Well,
Right,
you didn't pick him, so
that's a pretty good card. Obviously, it's going to be a different, interesting kind of tournament. All right, out of the 3,
4.
out of all of the people picked,
Okay.
pick 3 to be in the first match against each other. Triple threat, elimination rules.
Are just the ones I picked, or
How about we each pick 1 for the first match?
Any of the people that has been named.
okay. Aleister Black.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Rowan. And
You mean Luke Harper?
yeah, Luke Harper. They look very similar. It's easy to get
Yeah.
confused.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bo Dallas.
All right.
What's your 3?
Who goes?
wins?
Who goes
Aleister
in?
Black.
Aleister Black.
Alright, so we got Aleister Black.
Taking off
Yeah.
2 of my picks already. All right. So
He did that
I'm
on
gonna
purpose.
have. Yes, he did. Then all right, I'm gonna have. I'll have. Alexander Wolf in the next one. Killian Dane. And Adam Cole. And unfortunately, because our team, Adam Cole does get eliminated, and then the winner, because he cheats, it's Alexander Wolf. So Alexander Wolf, Aleister Black are in the next round. Pick 3 that's still alive.
Ricochet. Who's the last one? I forgot.
No, there's 5 more.
5 more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
There's 6 left. And you said Ricochet, so who's next?
Who else is left?
You can do
You could go Cesaro. You can
No
go
Way Jose.
No Way Jose.
That's
Yeah.
the last 2 for me. What last two
Cesaro and No Way Jose, and I'll go with Ricochet. Surprise win by Ricochet with a very good match between him and Cesaro. After No Way Jose gets knocked out early.
Oh yeah, so Ricochet's in.
Yep.
All right, and then the last match is has 2 of yours.
2 of mine.
What was your first one again?
I'm really bad at this. I picked Ricochet.
Adam
I picked
Cole.
Adam Cole.
Mhm.
So he doesn't have 2 of mine.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
2
you
of
have
yours and
other
1 of
2.
mine.
You did Adam Cole. I did Ricochet just now. So it only has 1 of mine left.
Do you not know how to count?
Oh, we
Ricochet,
picked
Adam
4.
Cole.
Oh.
These 2.
Oh, I don't know who those 2 are.
I guess pick 2 new ones.
No, I picked Seth Rollins, right?
No, you picked
No, you
Roman
picked
Reigns.
Roman
Roman Reigns, okay.
It's Roman Reigns. There we go. Who was your first pick?
That was his first one, Roman Reigns, I think it was.
Yeah.
So
Who,
it was
who
your
did I
I
second
thought
pick?
it was
Who did I-
like a jobber, like Dust 2.
No, who did I pick before Ricochet?
Roman Reigns, I think.
Yeah. Just go with the.
You picked a job. No, you picked a jobber.
You want me to pick? Okay, I'll pick a
No,
jobber.
I know
then.
you did.
You want me to pick a jobber? Leo Rush.
Who
He's
was,
not going to go past the first round. I guess it doesn't matter too much.
who did I pick in the second round?
Even know.
That
Into
was
this,
Alexander Wolf. Who did I pick in the third round?
you want me to write this down?
It's not on that. No.
Just on the back.
No.
Third round, you picked.
My last pick was the one I brought through, I think.
Velveteen Dream.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah, that's
He didn't even
that's
get
your
in
only
there.
one in there, yeah.
That's the one of the ones I picked. No, that
no,
was
it wasn't.
yours.
That was
That's
mine. So it's Velveteen Dream, Roman Reigns, and
Leo Rush, then.
Leo Rush.
Yes, Leo Rush.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Leo Rush
So-
came through, so it doesn't matter.
So let's see who wins. Is it Roman or is it
Velveteen.
Velveteen?
1, 2, 3, shoot. 1, 2, 3, shoot. Yeah,
Velveteen
damn it.
Dream. So
That's not bad,
Velveteen
though.
Dream.
I don't
I
mind.
think he thought he won it first.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I'm like,
Yeah, damn it.
So Velveteen Dream versus Ricochet versus
come on.
Aleister Black
Yeah.
versus Alexander Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously
Rock,
the
paper, scissors?
obviously the first person who gets eliminated in this fatal 4-way elimination match is Alexander Wolf.
Wolf, yes.
That's obvious right from the get-go.
Who's the
Clearly
other two?
from a run-in from an upset Killian Dane because of the
Mhm,
cheating.
Very much
Yes,
so.
so that's good story point there. Yes.
Next would be, I think, Ricochet and Aleister, because they have a history together, they would try to be teaming up
Mhm.
against Velveteen Dream. But I see dissension in the ranks, because once Aleister has an opportunity, I see him going for a black mass on Ricochet.
But would it work?
Yes.
So Ricochet, it would be the next
Damn.
one gone. So it's Velveteen Dream
Aleister
versus Aleister Black, and they have all the call-ups of "Say My Name" and a bunch of stuff. I think the tournament winner here would be Aleister Black.
Okay.
You want to go with that?
Yes. I mean, that was my pick, so yes.
And then
Yeah.
Aleister Black obviously gets a choice of whoever he wants, whichever championship he wants.
Which one do you think he'd go with?
He takes on the man for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you kidding me?
No, he goes after the Universal title and defeats Brock Lesnar. So, yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun book.
I'll be right back.
And our final oh, no, it's not our final segment. It's our 6th segment, our penultimate segment. What do you think? Where we take a topic and we ask one of our, well, actually both of our compadres, what do you think? And we do not answer the question we asked, which is the main point of this segment.
We've done that before.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
So,
You want me to go
who's
first?
going to be the first question?
So, what do y'all think of the idea of using you trying to use shoot stuff in for storytelling purposes?
What do you
like
mean?
trying to pretend that, like the Ronda Rousey stuff, the stuff with around Kofi Kingston, where they try to pretend that they're upset for real, but it's not.
I like it.
They just kind
It.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. I don't like it as much because I know what's gonna happen. Like when they did it with Daniel Bryan, everybody kind of knew. I was new to wrestling then, so I thought Daniel Bryan was never gonna win. They hate him, yada yada yada. But then he won. To me, I don't like it because who's he ultimately fighting? Daniel Bryan. But how much do you have the storyline of him versus Daniel Bryan? Not that much. I mean, it's great that he has this gauntlet match to win, but I want to see them. Like, when you had John Cena and The Rock, their match might not have been the best match, but you had the storytelling because The Rock was so good on the mic. You had him, and then you had John Cena, for lack of a better term, BSing back and forth to each other. That's what I want to see. I don't like what Liam was saying. It's not my thing.
I don't care for shoot stuff in it. Like, oh, in any given day, I could beat them whenever the crud because I'm Ronda Rousey. Wahaha. Because it just takes you out of the match. Because I don't care if you can beat them up. That's not what this is. This is theater.
Wrestling,
basically,
right?
This is a play you're putting on for us in the form of athletics and sports and competition. We know it's fixed. We know that it's predetermined. But we want to see the journey. And we don't want you to tell us that this journey is fake. I can't believe you're buying into it. I could easily just real life armbar them whenever I wanted to, or knock them out whenever I wanted to. I don't care. That's not what this is about.
Right.
I don't care about you're not facing the character, you're facing the man. I don't care about that because that just, again, takes you out of the show because you're like, well, then if you're shoot fighting, then let's see a shoot fight. If you're really going to be shoot fight, stop. It's all story, so just let it be all story.
I totally agree. Alright, I guess that's it for Liam's question. I'll go next. What we talked about it? I'm trying to think. What's the... I guess since WrestleMania is coming up, what call-up on Monday Night Raw would you like to see happen?
So what do you think? What call-up?
What any call-up you want to see happen? What is
So
it
what do
on
you
Monday Night
think
Raw?
our the call-ups are going to be?
No.
That's what the segment is. It's what do you think?
But I know it's what do you think, but
Well, then save that one. Save that question for the mailbag.
no, I'll just do it this way then. Okay, what's gonna be what do you think is gonna be the call up of the night, Monday night, after WrestleMania?
Undisputed Era, Drat. Depending on who wins the NXT Championship,
Yeah. Call up of the night.
Velveteen Dream.
That's call up of the night. Good.
Mm-hmm. I think Matt Riddle's getting it. I think it's going to be the loser of the North American Championship. That's going to be the call-up of the night.
Okay.
Shayna Baszler.
Call up in the night? Okay, cool.
That's another good one.
That is a good one. Isa?
It's gonna be one of those two.
Yeah.
All right.
Or it might be both of them.
What do you think we are gonna be like at the end of our 10-hour spectacular?
I'll be dead.
Show don't tell. Love it, Liam.
I won't be talking to anybody for the past 5 days except at work because I have to. I'll be sleeping the rest of the time, at least on Monday, because I'll be exhausted.
Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, okay. All right.
So our mailbag.
It's our final segment of the show. It is the mailbag, where we scrummage around in the mailbags and we ask the questions that need to be answered.
I got something.
Yes.
I know WrestleMania is gonna be
Long.
close to 8 hours, right?
That's what they're saying.
How long should it be?
5.
You think they can do everything they want to do in 5 hours?
If they can't, then they're not doing it right.
Okay. Liam?
2.5.
Oh, okay.
Not everything can be takeovers, Liam.
They can try to be.
I know. We just have to wait for...
Hey, how about this as a question? How long do you think the musical guest will last?
Eminem?
Too long.
Eminem, yeah. That's gonna be our break.
Way
probably.
too bloody long.
Take a nap.
Yeah.
That's when our nap time is.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I forgot we got nap time.
I know the last 2 years they didn't have any.
No, they didn't have any nap time.
No, I'm just saying they didn't have any music break, which was nice.
Oh, I thought they did last year.
Mm-mm, they didn't.
No, they just had a
Oh, moving. Wait, was that a? Did they charge? Sorry,
No, I
there's
don't know.
distractions in front of us.
Sorry, we're watching
It's
the
a Carpenter
NCAA
beat.
tournament too. So, but yeah.
But yeah,
Any more questions, guys?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Who would you want if they start doing tournaments? Who would you want to see be the spearhead for the tournament?
What do you?
Cesaro.
Well, I just meant behind the scenes, the production and the writing and stuff, the storytelling.
Triple H.
Triple H. I think it'd be fun to see what Miss Warrior has and give her that just to see as a little test. That should be fun.
That'd be cool. Okay. Any more questions we have?
Have you heard some?
No.
Yeah. Are you guys ready for that Saturday and the wrestling that isn't WWE we get to view?
We get to watch them?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna watch them. We're
Right.
gonna watch the New Japan Ring of Honor.
What about the Impact thing that's on Fight TV that they do every year? Impact versus Lucha Underground, or are they doing it again this year?
Yeah, they do that on Twitch. I don't know if they're doing it because we don't know what's going on with Lucha Underground at this time.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go live for any of that?
Mm-hmm. For the Madison
Like-
Square Garden show.
Like
yes.
after the parade that we have? Okay. So we got that and we have NXT.
NXT Friday.
Yeah.
New Japan versus ROH Saturday.
Well, I'll be doing it at Liam's house. That'll
And
work.
then the 10-hour extravaganza. Oh boy. Why did y'all say yes to that?
Because you wanted to do it.
Why did you come up with the idea of it?
Because I thought I was...
Can we skip the podcast?
Because I'm mad. I'm a mad scientist.
Can we skip the podcast, please?
So is it a situation where if you ever...
We're doing that the
If you
first
ever
2 hours.
If you ever
No,
suggest something like that, I can punch you in the face?
Oh, crud. I guess I am the Tyrion Lannister of the group. Kinda. But I like to see myself as...
I think if we space out the
Who would
timing
I
of
be?
us being on TV
I see
and
myself
taking
more
breaks,
like
we'll be
Jorah
alright.
Mormont.
Yeah, when I think of you, I do think of someone who can track grayscale.
Wow, thanks, buddy. I loved his interactions with Jon Snow, though. That was really cool. Now we're just getting in a whole nother tangent.
Yes.
My
Do you-
bad.
Tangent.
Okay, with this, I know we're talking a lot about this 10-hour thing, but
We start at 2. We do our podcast at 2, but we don't
go
call it
wild.
as our podcast.
We don't go and we just go run into everything. It will be long, but this 10-hour
the
thing.
longest.
Yeah, probably so. And I don't know. I know we're all gonna. What do you think our review is gonna be like?
Non-existent that week.
No, I know, but what do you like? If you had to guess how the card's gonna go, is it gonna be good, bad,
Oh, I think it's gonna be mediocre.
mediocre? Whoa. Okay.
I think
wasn't
it's gonna be
expecting that.
in the middle of the road because, of course, as of right now, we have matches like Baron Corbin versus
Kurt
Kurt
Angle.
Angle. We have Triple H versus Batista, and we have
That might be a good match.
I mean, it might be a little bit fun, but overall, it's gonna be pointless because Batista isn't staying.
We don't know that.
We do because he has a bunch of stuff going on outside of the WWE.
Well, he did leave Guardians of the Galaxy.
James Gunn is back, so he'll be back.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, if you look at it in those retrospects, the pointless show, even if it's a little bit fun, after it's done, you're gonna be like, well, that was pointless, because either Triple H is gonna win, it's gonna make us feel like, or Batista's gonna win, and it's gonna feel like, it's gonna be fun in the moment, but at the end. But then we have a lot of great stuff like the women's triple threat
Right.
for the Raw tag team. Nope, for the Raw
Women's Championship.
we have
You have the
potentially
you have the
Kofi
four
versus
way.
Daniel. We
The tag titles.
we have a lot of stuff going on. Well, that hasn't been announced yet.
No, that's still rumored,
Hasn't
but
been
I'm
announced.
right. I'm pretty sure it might happen. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, what house do you think Seth Rollins is pro in Game of Thrones? Well, I mean, he watches Game of Thrones.
Oh,
He
does?
walked out as a Night Walker, man. That hurts.
White Walker.
A White Walker. That's right. My bad. So that hurts. How dare he? Especially after the dragon the Night King killed. That was wrong.
It's very insensitive.
However, he seems like a Night's Watchman.
He looks like a Stark, doesn't he?
He looks like a Stark.
It looks like Jon Snow.
But I see him more as one of the Night's Watch versus actual member of House Stark. What the crud? Pigeon just decided to attack us.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. They love to hide.
This is why we do it inside, so that bugs and birds don't try to kill us.
Oh, it's all right.
But
Hey.
yeah,
Kind of off camera. It's not right.
I think it'd be. I think he's more Night's Watch. I think. What about Roman Reigns? Whose house is he?
I don't know. I don't know if he watches that.
I feel like
He-
the inappropriate answer is the Dothraki.
That's just because of his race. He'd be House Clegane because he's the big dog.
House
So he's with the-
Clegane.
Clegane,
That's
yeah.
nice.
So he's with the Hound.
Okay. Any more questions?
What house are you?
Me?
You need to watch it so we know what house you are.
Okay, I will. I'll watch. I'm gonna start watching it. Taylor and I might start watching it. We'll
Okay.
see.
Yeah.
If not,
Anyways, any other questions?
I guess the final question is: are you ready for WrestleMania?
No.
actually, yes. because they've done good with short cards so far. I want to see how they do with long cards. I think if they put this card together right, and you put like the Batista Triple H match kind of somewhere in the middle, you put the Kurt Angle, even though that might not be a good match, still in the middle.
Pre-show.
Maybe you're not gonna put it on a pre-show, but you space out the matches to where we can have breaks. Okay. Then it won't seem as long of a card. I got faith in WWE doing this right. I really do. They haven't proved me wrong yet. I thought they were gonna. I tried to be optimistic about Fastlane, and I was almost right on. You know, so even though we didn't need it, they still did a pretty good job. So I'm ready, but I'm not ready for falling asleep at 11 p.m. when Central Time, when we still have an hour of the show left.
But yeah,
You ready?
I'm optimistic for it, but I'm as ready as I can be. And that's our show. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with us today. If you like what we do, please give us those sexy ups.
And the unsexy likes.
Wait, I screwed that up.
You said ups. That's
No.
alright. Keep going.
No, Simon, I'm sorry, Simon. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have watched your show before I got here.
So,
If you really like what we do, then give us those sexy likes.
and the unsexy ones.
Please share to all of your friends.
And enemies.
And after you do all of that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So that way you are part of the Smarky family. And then ring that notification bell because...
So you know when we go live on Sundays around 1 p.m., 1:30 Central Time. And we go live for all WWE pay-per-views. And we are trying to go live for non-WWE pay-per-views. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
On the 6th. We will on the 6th.
On the 6th, yep. And
you're watching. You can't back out. Sorry.
No, I'll be there for a little bit of it. Yeah, so just hit that notification bell.
Yeah, ring it, especially when we have new videos, new shows,
new content,
all that good stuff.
And follow us.
We should on Saturday. We should be doing our second episode of What Do We Think, our brand new show that we just started at Fastlane.
And probably Saturday.
On Friday, we'll be before the show. We'll be doing our predictions for WrestleMania.
Saturday, okay, yeah, cool.
So we have a lot of good stuff coming up, especially for WrestleMania weekend. We have a lot of research to do, especially after next Sunday. 2 weeks away, guys. 2 weeks. Holy crud.
I know.
I know, Liam. I know.
Nick,
it came on us as fast as the Night King came on the Heroes.
No, don't say came on us. No.
How do we follow us?
You can follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP.
Follow me on Twitter at Liam_SWA.
And follow me at DJC_SEL.
On Twitter.
On Twitter, yes.
Yes, you always forget that first part.
Yeah, sorry.
Just follow what we do.
Okay.
Say what we do.
Okay.
But say your handle, not ours.
It's easier said than done, but okay.
Which is why you have to say it.
I know.
It is easier said. We say it all the time the correct way. Anyways, guys, until next time, it will be awesome.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Now you're just covering the...
That's CJ's shoulder.
No, you do the other one. You do the other one first.
Oh.
I told you this.
Oh, well. You can kill me later.
Oh, my gosh.